What? Think you can give me some competition?
Sure, I'll try it.
That's what I like to hear. Kid who isn't afraid to lose. No, I got it. I want to take your money. You ready?
Yeah.
You like this kind of fighting, huh?
Yeah,
You want to see some real fighting, you can see me fight at the Kumite.
I'm here too for the Kumite.
Aren't you a little young for full contact?
Aren't you a little old for video games?
You want to go at it again, huh?
Yeah.
Not bad, kid. Name's Ray Jackson.
I'm Frank Duke.
Hello everyone, this is Retro. This your girl Retro Star, and we're here to bring you an absolute one of the number one 80s classic games, Karate Champ. This is support from the arcade. One of a great iconic game. I love this game, playing this game in the arcades back in the day. This is absolutely a timeless classic. This is the NES game from 1986. This is support from the arcade. The great arcade course, the arcade one is superior, but this game has a special place in my heart as a kid because I enjoyed playing this game as well in the arcade. So, how you guys like that clip? That was one of my most favorite scenes in that movie. Absolute great scene, and I just included it. I thought it'd be something cool to do to try to pay homage to this classic game right here. But this game right here is absolutely the thing I hate about the NES game is the hit detection is so terrible. It's like you sometimes can't tell whether you're hitting your opponent or not, and sometimes you don't hit him. It's like you go right through him. The hit detection is terrible. That's one of the complaints that I have about this game. In a whole, a very fun game to play. Definitely a game that's very fun to play. Of course, it's a decent port. The arcade is way superior. The arcade is way more fun. But I'm definitely going to do a run of the arcade, put it on the channel as well. Just for everyone to see exactly how great the game is. I believe the arcade is 1984. This came out in 86 for the NES. 1986, a awesome time for a lot of arcade goers and even NES players. We got definitely some great titles in 86. So this is one of them. I enjoyed this as a kid. I actually did beat this game as a kid. It's just a lot of fun. One thing about this game is it's kind of unforgiving because you absolutely have to no death run this. You absolutely have to do a no loss run in this game to win the game. So I don't know whether to put the title as a death run or just a playthrough, because in order for you to play through this game, you have to win. You can't lose once. You can't lose one loss, you have to start the game over. So that's the thing that was just kind of annoying to me, as far as this game goes. Is it's very unforgiving, and you can't suffer any losses at all. You can't suffer any losses, none whatsoever, in this game. You know what I'm saying? This game is going to keep moving. It's going to keep going, regardless of whether you win or not. You have to win in order to beat the entire game. It's got several stages. I'm not sure how many stages. It has to have several stages. You have to flawlessly go through it. If you get hit, as far as the hits, you can get hit a few times. You can't get it. This is absolutely based on the tournament style karate. You know, it's not like it's not like the it's not like the other fighting games like Street Fighter or whatever, where you have to absolutely fight to the death, or you absolutely have to just knock out your opponent. This is based on a traditional style tournament, where you get points, where you hit the person and you receive points, and then you add up the points, and I guess whoever has the most points at the end of the round wins. And you get knockdowns, you can get several hits. There's no knockouts. It's only based on hitting the body part of your character. So basically, traditional style tournament, how they do tournaments in real life.
What the fuck is going on here?
And the hit detection's bad. That's one of the complaints. It's really bad. Sometimes you try to hit your opponent, you think that he's going to go down, and he doesn't. As you can see, my leg going right through him right there, thinking that he absolutely should have dropped from that hit, and he doesn't. Yeah. You know, me being a martial artist and karate myself, I can appreciate games like this. You know, the traditional style, the style that I'm used to, pretty much. So it's basically based on hits. You can get hits, but you have to redeem yourself before the match is over. And sometimes if you guys don't get a hit and the time runs out, the judge has to absolutely judge whether you win the fight or not. It'll either say red or white. So if you get enough, if you're more active, I'm not sure how that goes, he'll probably pick you. I mean, if the red is more active, I guess they'll pick the red, or something like that. But you got to remember, there are no hits. No one has got a hit yet, but the judge will probably judge on who is the better fighter in that round, I guess. And sometimes you'll get a win for that round. But you absolutely have to win the matches. The whole entire matches in the whole. You have to win every match in order to beat the game. So that's the thing. It's unforgiving. You absolutely have to no death run this. You have to do no death run. It's a no loss run, since there's no dying in this game. Since it's the tournament style, tournament style karate beat 'em up game. There's no dying, so it would be a no loss run. And you have to execute a no loss run, and you get one shot to do it. You can take several hits, but you can't lose. You have to redeem yourself, and gain the respect and gain the points to win the match. If you lose, it goes all the way back to the beginning. And I believe there's several stages. Maybe about 5 or 6 stages, I believe. So it'll take a little bit of practice to get it. But you know what I'm saying, once you find your sweet spot to where the enemy's vulnerable, once you find it, then you could use that, you know, to your advantage and take them out. But you have to do it consistently on every match and every round. You know, you have to stay consistent, because if you can't lose once. So basically, this is a no loss run. and it has to absolutely be a no loss run to play through it and beat it. It's fun. It's fun. It could be challenging if you once you start playing the game, but once you get it down pat, it's pretty easy once you find your soft spot. Once you get the moves down pat, once you learn how to execute those moves, because you know the computer each time that you enter a stage and you move up, your opponent becomes tougher. It becomes more aware. It becomes more definitely becomes more aggressive. If you're using the same moves, you might want to change up your moves because he will catch on to it and he will be able to dodge all of those moves. So make sure you just stay frosty and just change up your moves every now and then. That's how you get them. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, he's whipped me in a couple of rounds right here. And it takes one hit. They hit you one time. That's it. You have to. It's based on a traditional style, tournament style. A little bit on this run, you can see that I'm getting a little frustrated with some of the rounds, and you can see my frustration. You know, sometimes the controls are just terrible. The controls is very trying sometimes, and my controller was sort of acting up, and the controls is really funny because sometimes your character does things that you don't want them to do, and it causes you to get a hit. So 1986 Karate Champ. Play the arcade game. The arcade game is amazing. I grew up on this shit right here. I grew up on all of this shit. I was playing this shit when it was hot, when it was new, when it was in its infancy, and it was amazing. It was a very amazing time. Everybody was lining up to play this game at the arcade. I actually rented this game, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Even though it's not as good as the arcade, the NES port is decent. It's decent. The controls are really trying. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck.
I really don't care. As y'all can see, those little those little vases like after each match that comes and knocks you down. I don't particularly care about points. It's not about points in this game. It's about getting through the game with no losses. Just doing an entire run with no loss.
Oh my god, come
so
on,
the
don't do
points doesn't matter to me. So if you're wondering why I'm not jumping the bases, that's why, because I don't care about points. Not really. I just want to get to the game anyway.
This is retarded.
As you can see, the hit detection is a little messed up right there. It keeps trying to get me with that jump kick. Jump kicks are pretty powerful too. They're absolutely powerful. I usually use the sweep because sometimes the sweep is really hard to avoid. And I get him all the time whenever he's slipping or whenever he's trying to throw a kick at me. I just sweep the leg, and it's powerful sometimes to sweep the leg. Sometimes it's better to sweep the leg. Usually I try to throw a punch, but then once he starts to block my punches, then I use to sweep the leg. You have to switch up sometimes because they'll start getting used to and start dodging if you do the same moves. He will start to detect it, and it will make it harder for you to get them. Get them by surprise. You switch up your moves and you see it's very easy to take them down when you switch up. The low kick, he's always doing the low kick and I don't ask him to. I always try to do the foot sweep to get that one leg down. Whenever he does a kick, I can get down on it and get that leg that he has on the ground while he's kicking, and it'll drop him every time. Remember, as you progress up into the game, it gets tougher. So it's absolutely best to switch up your moves to switch up the momentum so that you can catch him off guard. You catch him off guard, you'll always win. But if you make yourself predictable, he will start to block everything that you do. And you will start to lose. Remember, you can't lose a match. You lose a match, game over. You can't lose once. It absolutely has to be a perfect run. If it's not perfect, you lose. Plain and simple, you lose. Has to be perfect. Okay, those faces.
That's not what I actually do.
I guess when I do a run, I'll try to hit those faces or whatever. But
Fuck.
most people try to just ignore the bases. I think it's just for extra points or whatever. Which would probably be useful.
Come on.
I'm just more absolutely just more focused on beating the game.
Blocking. I don't think that's gonna work here. I end up losing. I better jumping over me and shit.
Yes,
Stop
he's definitely gotten my number already. He's tough. It'll get tougher as you progress. So you absolutely have to learn how to get him by surprise when you jump, whether you just do something different besides what you've been doing to surprise him. And sweep the leg because he's trying to do a kick. Once he does the kick and he misses, you drop down and you get that leg.
You gotta be
And
kidding
bring him
me.
to the ground. I absolutely thought I lost in this because I've gotten so many hits. As you can see, I'm getting frustrated. He's jumping over. As you notice, the enemy likes to jump over me,
How come he's
trying to avoid
why
getting
isn't he
hit by
doing
that
the
leg.
thing?
He's noticed that I've been doing sweeping the leg a
I
lot,
hate this.
and now he's jumping over me so that he can get me from the back like he did right there. You're given a few tries, but if you lose the match as a whole and the judge in favors of the opponent, you go back to your seat and start over again. So every move and every hit counts in this game. Every hit counts in this game. It's a matter of win or lose. And as you can see, I overcame all of those. Once you start to get several hits, you have to redeem yourself. You have to win the judge over before the match is over.
Oh, he's getting smart.
So now, we're wrapping up. I believe this is one of the most frustrating stages. He's absolutely aggressive in this stage.
Out of the way. Get down. Oh, I told you to get down.
You can see the enemies a lot. He's definitely aggressive. He's coming at me. He's trying to take me out. They're doing jumps and
Get down.
that low kick. It was supposed to drop him and it didn't. That's the one complaint that they have about this game is the hit detection's fucking terrible. It's like when you hit the enemy, he's supposed to drop,
I didn't order you to do
and it
that.
just doesn't detect the hits
Oh
well.
my god.
There's been many times I was supposed to that I've dropped the enemy, and the enemy just did not drop. But the enemy always seems to land his hits on me, which is not exactly a fair fight. But I tried. I made the best of it.
Come on.
I absolutely made the best of it.
That's not what I ordered you to do.
You see, when I sweep this leg, he was supposed to drop, and he didn't. But he landed that kick on me, and I dropped.
I fucking hate this shit.
It's not exactly a fair fight, but
What I asked you to
you
do.
still have to overcome and see he dropped me again. He's really tough in this round.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose this match.
You have to stay positive. It's not over till the fat lady sings. If you get hit and you get dropped a few times, until he said that you lose, you have to keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting my ass kicked in this one.
I was losing.
And now I have to redeem myself to win. And I did win.
Okay. Make it hot.
And I should have won because most of those hits, I've landed most of those hits on the enemy. And he didn't drop because of the hit detection. It's so bad. Most of those hits that you land on do not even hit.
Blocking it. Look at that.
But you get hit.
Motherfucker's blocking my hits.
As you can see, I put my leg out first into his gut, and he didn't even drop. You see? There it is again. He didn't drop.
That's not what I ordered you to do, though.
I think he was blocking my hits. There. And I'm pretty
That's
sure
not what I ordered
I
you to do.
was trying to sweep that foot. Yeah, he's tough in this round. Very tough. Because you're up in the stages now. So once you get up in the stages, the enemy becomes extremely hard. And that means you have to absolutely just sometimes move about.
It's not what I ordered
And
you to fucking do.
don't let him get behind you like he's doing me right there. Move around. Take him by surprise.
Sweep the fucking leg. Sweep it.
I haven't played this game in 30 plus years. This is the first time of me playing since I was a kid. So there's a lot of things I had to remember about this game. They're absolutely, it didn't take me long because I've played it so much as a kid. But I absolutely forgot some of the rules of this game. And I won the match there. You absolutely have to execute a perfect run. Okay, final stage here.
What is he doing this right now? Why are you doing this right now? Why? Why are you fucking doing this right now?
Automatically,
Oh
my guy seems to be turning around. I don't know if I understand why he did that.
Oh,
There's
you
that
voted
bad
for him,
hit detection.
bitch.
Okay, as you can see, the time ran out and I was picked. So that round goes to me. And now we have to,
It's not what I ordered you to do.
to the final stage, so the enemy is very tough.
He's fucking gonna fuck up.
He's definitely gonna
Going to
land,
fuck up.
execute all of his kicks on me and land each and every one. While my foot goes right through his body. And he absolutely does not drop. So right now I'm just trying to win this match so that I can win the game. Yeah, just never fails, seem to fail to sweep that foot. Never ever fucking fails to sweep that foot there. Sweep that leg. Alright, this is your girl Retro Star with a timeless classic, Karate Champ. Hope you enjoyed this run. It's a very fun game. Should try this game, just for fun. If you love fighting games, if you love these type of games, this one right here is definitely more different than any other fighting game. Like your Street Fighter 2s and your Mortal Kombat's, totally on a different wavelength of more traditional style martial arts. And as you can see, I won the match there. Alright guys, that's it. No ending. This game has absolutely no ending at all. I was really disappointed when I went through this game, and all it did was just loop. This is a loop right here. This is the game's looping. After you beat it, it loops. There's no ending. There's no credits. There's no nothing, which is one of the reasons why I just, you know, like, it sort of leaves you like, okay, I just wasted 20-30 minutes of my life for no ending and just looping. So now the game's looping, guys. So I'm just gonna go ahead on and let it game over and show you exactly what you gotta do to win. Alright, everyone, and this is the end. It's gonna loop. So this is Retro Star, and y'all keep it motherfucking retro, everyone. Keep gaming and being awesome. Goodbye.